Hi, Apostle Matt Prince, the conviction of the Holy Spirit. Then we gotta let the Holy Spirit. We gotta let the Holy. We gotta let the Holy Spirit not only rebuke us, but we gotta let the Holy Spirit. Um, we gotta let the Holy Spirit chastise us, and that, like David said, the chastisement that he said, Lord, Lord, chastise me, but do not totally remove me out. Now, chastisement means it's like getting, the Lord spanking you. That the Lord, like the Lord, uh, almost like a parent, like a loving parent has to do with corporate punishment. It's spiritual corporate punishment. And so the Lord has to come in and help, and he has to shake you. And what he does is the Lord begin to, and he's washing you in your chastisement. So the Lord began to deal with you. That's why David said, well, wash me, Lord. Chastise me, Lord. And that's what it is. It's a chastisement of the Lord. And the Bible said that if you don't let the Lord chastise you, if you don't let the Lord rebuke you, then you ain't going to have no place in God. Because that's what God does. He rebukes and he chastises. And the chastisement of the Lord is where the Lord puts, you feel the power of the Lord upon you. And it gets heavy upon you. Or you may, or God may, or God, the presence of the Lord, it begins to shake in you. Or God asks you to do something that you just makes you scared or makes you worry. He asks you to come out of your worry or come out of your fear or come out of your doubt. And you begin to feel his power. And God begins to shake in you. He begins to shape you into his son. And he begins to see, he comes to you, and the Lord begins to deal with you. And the Lord tells you, hey, I'm not playing with you. I want to say, come home. I'm not playing with you. I don't try to deal with you. I don't try to speak to you. And you're talking like that. And you're walking like that. And sometimes with the chastisement, we don't accept chastisement. The Lord will allow us to be handed over to the devil, because that's almost a blasphemy. The Lord, that's what Paul talked about. Sometimes if we don't take his chastisement, where the Lord he gives that prep talk, and the Lord, you feel the Spirit of the Lord heavy upon your heart, heavy upon you, and he speaks to you, and he is not playing. The Lord talks not in a voice that with authority, like he's not playing with you. And he puts you have that spirit of heaviness upon you. Or you begin to cry, or you begin to, he's disturbing you in your dream where you tossing and turning. And then that's the chastisement of the Holy Spirit. That the Lord chastises, that it's like he's spanking us spiritually. He's letting you know you can't do that. I didn't like what you said. That's when the Lord said, that's when the parent says, oh, I have to punish this child. The Lord does the same thing. I have to punish you. I have to punish you. I have to chastise you. I have to spank you or corporate punish you or whoop you spiritually so that you can get back in line and know that that's not right. And if you don't let me, like I said, it's like, because I said, I didn't like my mother spanking me, but the Lord convicted me. As a child, he said, you better let that woman spank you or I will. I heard that from the Lord. I was just probably 8 years old, running around from my house, and I heard the Lord say, you better let your parents spank you. If you don't, I will. I said, well, I don't want to get spanked by Jesus. Okay, Mom, you can whoop me. And that's a similar thing. God does convict children too. But I'm saying that God has to spank us sometimes. He has to he gives us a prep talk, a warning, and he'll warn so many times. He'll prep talk so many times. He'll give vision dream. Or then the Lord, if he's real displeased, he'll give you a vision dream and you'll be tossing and turning. Can't sleep and losing your mind. Or chastisement where the Lord just shuts you up. Or chastisement where the Lord you just gotta stand still. that He gonna allow you to go through a storm that you don't know how to get through it, and all you could do is just stand. Or the Lord may let you go, like what Cheryl said, living in hell. The Lord may let you go through a type of hell if you don't take His chastisement. So I'm saying, take His chastisement, humble yourself, show humility, saying, Lord, I take your chastisement, just like David said, because I know that that's your love. And Lord, I'm sorry, and I apologize, and Lord, forgive me. And I will do what you say. Vow to the Lord. I will do what you say. I will obey you.